So through my time of checking out battery cameras, I realized that a lot of these cameras do something well, but lack something that the other camera does. And when I came across this Kiwibit Battery Cam 1, I'm like, wow, I think this camera might do everything that I wished other cameras would do, but all in one package. One of those things are its mounting options. With the Kiwibit Battery Cam, you have 3 different ways of mounting or setting up this camera. Now, for me specifically, my favorite way was using it as a magnet on the back. So I would mount this on the door of my refrigerator, and at this point I can see who's sneaking snacks when they shouldn't be, and of course they can see it right there. Secondly, I also mounted this in my garage, so when I ask my kids to do their workout, I can see if they're doing their workout or not. Or I can also place this on the magnetic shelf in my garage as well to get a different angle of what I'm seeing. And that's just the magnetic mounting. You do have the option to mount this in a more permanent way. Let's just say maybe a drywall, maybe a wooden fence, or maybe even on your wall, maybe even a concrete wall. You do have options. It does come with anchors and screws, and of course a mounting back plate as well. So of course you'll just take your screws and anchors, screw them into the wall, and use the mounting back plate and just put it onto the back of it like that. And now your camera just slides on and off through the mounting plate, and you can have that somewhere a little more permanent, maybe, you know, higher in the corner somewhere in your living room, or in the front door, the pathway, or you know, the entranceway of your place, or the backyard. You know, you get it, things like that. Now, the third way you can mount this is, well, just the way it is. You can have it standing. So of course you can have this on a shelf, a cabinet, a dresser, or maybe even some higher parts of your place, like I do in my place. I can just set it, and just have it work that way. So when it comes to mounting options, I really think the Kiwibit Battery Cam 1, it really gives you a good variety of different options when setting yourself up. Now, one of the best things is, you may be thinking, okay, is this just kind of set and point one way? Well, no, you can actually turn this around 360 any way you like. So again, let's go back to the refrigerator. I can have this on the fridge, and I can mount this in different angles. Let's take it back to garage. I can mount this and point this in different angles as well, and also on the shelving, mount it and point in different angles at the same time, which is pretty cool. Now, one of the most welcome features of this Battery Cam 1 is how fast you can set that up. I'm gonna give you a demonstration of what that looks like, but first, let's just go over some of the features of this camera. Of course, you get 2K HD resolution. So when you're recording this directly onto your app, it does have an app, you're getting 2K resolution at the same time. Obviously, when you're previewing the video in real time, your quality could look a little different, but if you're recording directly to the app or recording onto a memory card, you get that 2K quality with no issues. Adaptive night vision, meaning that, well, of course, in low light or at night, it's going to adapt to that low light and give you the best picture possible. IP65 water resistant, so if you have this outside and it's raining or sprinklers or whatever, you can rest assured that your camera's okay. Wi-Fi connection, so no need for an additional router box that comes with this. No, it's just connecting to your existing Wi-Fi network and you're up to go. 2-way auto talk, so I can actually talk through my, you're gonna see all this later. I can talk to my phone and my voice comes out of the camera, or I can talk to the camera and the voice comes out of the phone. You can have that 2-way communication, motion detection, the micro SD card, 6-month battery life. Okay, this is ridiculous because I have yet to charge this since I have gotten it, and it's still working just fine. And it's been a couple of weeks since I've been using this, so I believe it when it says 6-month battery life. And of course, your multi-user access, so more than one person can access the feed on this camera. Okay, let's do a real quick setup on how to use this. Have my phone right here all set. We're going to go to add devices. Right now it's searching for nearby devices. What I'm going to do is go to the bottom. I'm going to hold down the power button for a couple of seconds, and when the light starts flashing blue, it's ready to sync up. So holding, waiting for that light to turn blue and start flashing. There we go. Now it's in sync mode. I'm going to put it all the way over here because this is kind of like the weakest connection for my Wi-Fi in my house, so I need as far as way over there. You can see it's already picking up our Battery Cam 1. All right, it sees my network. I will choose my network. It'll bring up a QR code so I can do a quick connect, so I'll just go ahead and just have it face it. And then I'll give it location, smart camera. I can change the name, but I'll say it's garage device. Let's go ahead and get started. And then when you log in, you'll get a quick preview of what the camera is currently looking at, or its last frame. So we'll go into it. Well, first, let's check out the settings. You do have motion detection. It's right now, it's on medium. You can see it just popped up. Notification settings, you can set an alarm. Video settings as well. Let's go ahead and put this to 2K resolution. You do have anti-flicker options, a 60 Hertz option, auto night vision, black and white mode, color mode. These are all for low light modes, and also light sensitivity medium. So hopefully you're not getting a lot of blur. You do have the option to get a cloud service, so you can have you can opt in for a subscription. We'll also activate AI detection if you wanted that. SD card management, so if you have an SD card in there to record directly to it. Power settings, audio settings, and of course other things as well. Yeah, let's get straight into the camera. And we'll go ahead and turn this to the side. And you can see some useful information right off the bat. You have your date, your time. You can see that this is a live stream at the bit rate that it's recording at, that we are recording or the stream is at 2K. So we can go ahead and we can take a picture, and that picture will go ahead and save to the photo album of your device. We can also press the record button as well, and it starts recording our video right here. You'll see a speaker button here and also a microphone button as well. I'm going to show you an example of what that sounds like. Not right here. We're going to get feedback because the devices are too close to each other. But yeah, we'll get there. You also have a hamburger button right here on the top, which will give you additional options such as bright boost. So if you're in a lower light situation, it'll brighten the image just a little more so you can see it clearly. You do have an alarm option, so you can set an alarm maybe to ward off critters or people or whatever that you don't want in your space. And also a white light as well. What that does is add a light an additional light to, again, let's just say it's dark and you want to shine a light like a flashlight, that will give you that option as well. History, and of course your settings as we saw before. Now you just saw it was to set up the camera for the first time in your app. It was smooth and seamless. You got great mounting options, a lot of versatility with 360-degree pivot and angle and motion, or wherever you want to set it. Now I'm going to show you the microphone too.
So I'm going to give you two microphone distance tests when it comes to the Kiwibit Battery Camera 1. This is what it sounds like up close. And this is what it sounds like probably about 20 feet away. And this is what the speaker sounds like when speaking on my smartphone through the app.
Okay, so my final thoughts when it comes to the Kiwibit Battery Cam 1. First, I really like this. This is a small, it's a small and a very attractive, well, it's not an ugly camera. Almost 6 months of battery life, depending on the usage of how you're doing. Yeah, sign me up. I can leave this outside. I can leave this in my garage without worrying about it. And with the USB port at the bottom, I can just give it a real quick charge, right back up, and then I'm sticking again for another 60 months. Again, the usage and the heat and all this stuff is going to affect the battery life, but that is a lot. 2K video looks decent for a battery cam 1. Let's be honest, they say 2K video, but it's always 2K when it comes to a security cam 2K version, but it still looks good. The low light impressed me, added color to the dark areas, and also brought up the light so I can see clearly. Yeah, image quality is not an issue when it comes to this. The two-way back and forth, well, you know, I'll be honest, I was never impressed with security cams with their talkback. The audio was always kind of like, you know, yeah, it does it, but it's not really something that impressed me. And it's not really something they're going to do back and forth. You just need really simple conversation like, who are you? What are you doing here? Scram, you know, or leave the pizza at the door. Things like that. But I really appreciate how fast you can just connect this to your app and get up and going with no problem, and putting this and angling this wherever you want. All right, guys, really hope this video helped you out. Take care. Bye. As always, I'll leave links in the description down below so you can pick up your own Kiwibit Battery Cam 1. Hey guys, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. Hit that like button if you like what's going on here, and ding that notification so you can be notified for future videos as well. All right, I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.